Hi, I'm Maddie Casto. I'll be reading some sides as the beggar woman and the ghost of Christmas present, and I will also be singing Oh Holy Night. Thank you so much. Scrooge and Marley. The sign still read Scrooge and Marley. Old Scrooge has never painted out his partner's name, though he had been dead these 7 years. Yes, Jacob Marley was dead. There can be no doubt whatever about that. Old Marley was as dead as a doornail, and Scrooge knew it. Of course he did, and so must you. For if you doubt it, nothing wonderful can come of what we want to tell. Marley was dead. Then let anyone explain to me, if they can, how it happened that Scrooge, having taken his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern, and beguiling the rest of his evening with his banker's book, and going home to his gloomy chambers, which had once belonged to his deceased partner, and upon taking out his key and reaching for the old rusty lock, saw in a knocker, not a knocker, but
Marley? Humbug.
It was dark. But what did Scrooge care?
Darkness is cheap.
And Scrooge liked it, but tonight he had just enough recollection of the face in the knocker and strange shadows in the stairwell to light a little candle. And though it was not his custom, he searched his room to see that all was all right.
Nobody under the table. Nobody under the chair. A small fire in the grate and a little saucepan of gruel. Nobody in the closet. Nobody in my dressing gown. Nobody under the bed. Humbug. Ebenezer Scrooge?
As he heard the familiar voice, he glanced up and to rest upon a bell, a disused bell that hung in the room. It was with great astonishment and with a strange, inexplicable dread that as he looked, he saw this bell begin to swing. It swung so softly in the outset that it scarcely made a sound. But soon it rang out loudly, and so did every bell in the house. He went to church and walked about the streets and watched the people hurrying to and fro, and patted children on the head, and questioned beggars, and looked down in the kitchens of houses and up to the windows, and found that everything could yield him pleasure. He had never dreamed that any walk, that anything could give him so much happiness. And in the afternoon, he turned his steps towards his nephew's house. Ebenezer! Ebenezer! Come here. Come here. Come here and know me better, man.
What?
Happy Christmas, Ebenezer!
Who?
I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. Have you not seen the likes of me before?
Never.
Have never walked forth with the younger members of my family, meaning for I am very young. My elder sisters born in these later years.
I'm afraid I have not. Have you had many sisters, Spirit?
1842, to be exact.
Tremendous family to provide for.
Tremendous family! Yes, indeed. That's a good one, Ebenezer. See, you're not such a monster after all. Tremendous. Come here, you.
Spirit, conduct me where you will. I went forth beyond compulsion, and I learned a lesson which is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe.
Spirit, is that poor crippled child sick?
Tiny Tim?
Yes.
I'm afraid so.
Tell me, will he live?
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved.
No, no.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
Oh no, kind spirit, say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my kind will find him here.
No.
What then? If he be like to die, he had better do it, and decrease the surplus population. Man, if man you be in heart, forbear that wicked cant, until you have discovered what the surplus is, and where it is. Will you decide what men shall live, what men shall die? It may be that in the sight of heaven you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like this poor man's child.
And yet you only care about him once a year, and leave him to suffer when you are through.
Aye.
What does a celebration have to do with everyday workings of the world? Doesn't mankind turn its back on the poor the very moment when Christmas has ended?
There are many upon this earth of yours who lay claim to know us, and who do their deeds of passion, pride, ill will, hatred, envy, bigotry, and selfishness in our name, who are estranged to us and all our kith and kin, as if we had never lived. Remember that, and charge their doings on themselves, not us. Look. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for